I'm taking you on an adventure with 8 amazing stunts to prove to you that minus 20 below isn't just cold, it's Canada cold. Today I'm taking you outdoors on a very, very cold day to show you that cold in Canada isn't just for the faint of heart, but it can be a lot of fun as well. For blowing bubbles and then freezing them, my setup is so simple. You can get a lot more complicated, but I have a table, snow on the table, my iPhone, and the key is everything is set up so that it is straight pointing at the sun, because the sun behind the bubble is absolutely essential for getting the full impact of the crystallization effect. And then I just take my bubble blowing solution, and I don't know what it is about where I live, but it seems that I need more thickener, so more corn syrup or more glycerin in this case to thicken up the solution, and more soap bubbles than almost any recipe calls for. And maybe it's because I live in such a dry place. I live on the leeward side of the mountains, so we don't get a lot of precipitation here. And maybe that's the whole reason. Anyway, that's my setup. I just turn on the video and I blow my bubble. And it doesn't always work on the first try, and sometimes it doesn't work on the second try. But I did have success today, and here are some of the better examples.
Now we're going to turn boiling water into snow in just a couple of seconds. Now this stunt is just a little bit dangerous, so when I go outside, you'll see me lift my hood up over my head to protect myself, because I'm going to be throwing scalding water into the air and I don't want to get burnt. So that's the number one rule when you're trying this stunt at home. You'll notice that I have leather shoes, a big jacket, and leather gloves on. That's all to protect myself, not only from the extreme cold tonight, but also from the boiling water that I will be throwing in the air. So to do this stunt, boil water and then pour it into a container. This one is nice because it keeps it warm. And now we're going to go outside and try it out.
On a cold day that really gets your cheeks pink and your fingers frozen, what you need is a big bowl of soup. And nothing's faster and more satisfying than instant ramen. And today, ramen is part of the illusion. So we need 2 chopsticks, we need 2 mugs, and we need a plate. We're going to take this ramen, I'm going to grab a big handful of ramen and the plate. And take it over to our mugs, and then we're going to insert the chops. It's freezing to my fingers. We're going to insert the chopsticks, and then we're going to hang it over. There we go. There we go. Maybe we can add just a little bit more. Excellent. And there we go. And now we wait. It'll take about 3 minutes for this to freeze up, and then we can reveal the illusion. So time has passed and it's time for the big reveal. So first we remove the mugs. Very good. Very, very good. And here is our frozen dinner. All we need to do is pop it in the microwave, heat it up, instant ramen. I hope you get a chance to make this as well. And here is our frozen dinner. All we need to do is pop it in the microwave, heat it up, instant ramen. Next, let's investigate where the term freeze dry may have come from. Here's our towel, fresh from the washing machine. Let's just hang it out to dry. And for good measure, let's hang out a shirt as well. We'll come back and check on these in a few minutes. So this puts the word freeze back in the word freeze dry for sure. I mean, just look at this towel. You could use this for a flag on the moon. It has absolutely, in 8 minutes, frozen solid. And this poor shirt, there is no way I'm putting this on. This is what it's like when you get to -20s in Canada. We're gonna have a go at the banana hammer. I tried this yesterday, it didn't work at all. So I don't have any hope that it's gonna work today, but this is and all right, and next we are going to try the same feat with the banana. Now yesterday's banana was a little bit more ripe than this, and I only froze it for 3 hours. This banana is not ripe at all, like barely ripe, has lots of green on it, and I froze it for 26 hours. So let's see if I can pound this nail with this banana. Son of a gun. Well, it works much better, but this is not a success. For the next stunt, I really have had to brace myself and decide if I really wanted to do this, but I have decided that in the name of science, I will do it for you. So let's enjoy the next one. I'm going to try to see how long it takes in -23 degrees for my hair to freeze if I totally soak it. So I have a bucket of water, and I will put my hair all going here. Okay, so I will immerse my hair in the bucket. Make sure it's nice and wet. Oh yeah. is nice and wet. It is thoroughly, thoroughly soaked and wet. We're about 20 seconds in. Yeah, about 20 seconds in. I can see the water droplets running to the edge of my hair, forming water. Oh, it's already starting to stiffen up. Oh, yes, there's quite a bit of texture there already. So what are we, 35 or 40 seconds in? This is going very quickly. Yep. I think that in probably a minute or so, my hair will be completely frozen. I don't know what that says about unprotected skin. When you're out, you're not taking good care of yourself, and you're not dressed warmly enough for the weather, bad things could really happen. So we're about a minute in. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. I have a brand new hairstyle. So this is soaking wet hair after 1 minute in minus 20 degrees. I'm saying minus 20, but I think it's a lot more than minus 20. Something I wasn't counting on is how cold my hands are. So, in the name of science, frozen hair. And here's a trick that might amaze your friends. Frozen toilet paper. So I have a spray bottle of water, and this is probably the most important part. Making sure that we have a really secure connection right here that is not torn. So we're going to make sure that this is really secure. It's very, very delicate, so we have to be super careful. And then very slowly work our way down the toilet paper. It's very cold and very slippery. Work our way down the toilet paper without tearing the toilet paper. Work our way all the way down. There we go. Very slowly reinforce this. Get as much on there as we can so it starts to stiffen up, but also so that it doesn't compromise the integrity of the toilet paper. This definitely wouldn't work with the bargain brand or with the 2-ply. To make this really successful, I pulled out all the stops and went for the luxury brand. Okay. And don't be sad if you don't get this on your first try, because it is kind of tricky. Okay, so now we're really just reinforcing it. Reinforcing the toilet paper so that the bond is tight. Now we're putting more layers on the toilet paper. Now the base is going to become really important. So I have some paper that I reserved from the roll before I sacrificed it to minus 20 something Celsius this morning. I took a few sheets off so that we would have some for the base. So here in my pocket is the reserve. You have to do this quickly before the nozzle. The base is really important, but you have to do it quickly before the nozzle of your spray bottle freezes up, or you'll be starting over. Now it's a little bit breezy, cold and breezy, which makes for an excellent wind chill and also makes this freeze even faster. Again, another coat on the support. I wonder if that wow in there's kind of a little bit of a wow. That's going to make any difference. Another coat of ice on the support. Oh, there we go. I'm really starting to head this home. And I'm starting to feel like the toilet paper might feel. I am starting to freeze. These gloves might be great for pumping a spray bottle, but they are really not that good for keeping the cold out at these extreme temperatures, especially with a little bit of wind. I have to give the spray bottle a lot of credit though. It is really hanging in there. But I think the trick must be just keep the water flowing. If the water stops flowing, we're going to have a problem. Okay. It's really getting to be a thick coating on the toilet paper. Probably can't see it on the camera, but it is thick and shiny. My goodness. Crazy things that we do in the middle of winter. It is freezing cold. And the little spray bottle that could is still going. It is still going. So this is a little trick that I learned from Minnesota Cold. The science teacher turned principal. He said, just dump the water right onto your toilet paper for a base. That is looking pretty great. Just didn't seem very sturdy to me, so I went back, I got more water, and I'm giving it a couple more coats. And now it's time for the big reveal. Time to see if our toilet paper structure, fragile as it is, can support its own weight. Just release the clamp and very, 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 very gently remove the support structure. And ta-da! Supports its own weight. This is fantastic. There were moments when I thought it wouldn't work at all. Let's zoom in for a closer look. Oh man, just look at it shining in the sun. That is really something. I have to tell you, I love it. I've always wondered, is it possible to crack an egg into a frying pan and fry it outside at -20 below, using only the sun and the snow? Let's check it out. Looks like success. One fried egg. One of the most fun things for our family is to feed the birds. And at extreme cold temperatures, feeding the birds becomes very important, especially for the birds that have gotten used to living in the city. And once you start feeding the birds, please keep feeding them.
There's another adventure in Canada waiting for you. Just click the link and I'll see you there.